Hey guys, I wanted to talk about a couple things, just make sure we're all on the same page. I typed an email up as well, so you could read the email if you prefer. Sorry, I got a little bit of cold, so sorry if I sound a little stuffy. All right, so two things. The first thing that I want to talk about is hitting your estimates on your work orders. We put those estimates there for a reason. We want you to hit them. If you go to a job and you realize that the estimate was way low, or something happens on the job that makes it impossible to hit that estimate, that's okay. Just stop, call Rob or Joel, and say, "Hey, look, I can't hit this estimate because X, Y, Z." And then Rob or Joel can say, that's okay, keep working, or they can tell you to stop and we're going to get a owner approval. We really just cannot be turning a 4 hour job into an 8 hour job and surprising the owner. So our stance is if you do not hit your estimate and you don't tell anyone that you're going to go over, we're not going to pay you for the time that you went over. So if you turn a 4 hour job into an 8 hour job, you're not going to get paid for those extra 4 hours. Now, if you tell us ahead of time, you get there, you realize, hey, Rob, this is not a 4 hour job, this is an 8 hour job, that's a different story. Okay, it's all about communicating. All right, and we're also not worried about going over by 15 minutes or 20 minutes. We don't care about that. So if it's a 4 hour job and you realize you have 15 more minutes to go, just get it done. We're not telling you to stop what you're doing. We're not telling you we're not going to pay you for 15 minutes. We're looking at specifically, the 4 or 5 hour job that you turn into 7, 8, 9, or 10 hours. All right, and all we're asking for is a little communication. Okay, second thing, kind of along these lines as well, is if we go out and mess a job up, we can't bill the owner to come back and fix a job that we messed up. And if you messed up a job, then we don't feel like we should be paying you to go fix the work that you messed up. All right, does that make sense? So, for instance, you go put a doorknob on, you forget to put the screws in, or you don't tighten it. A day later, the tenant calls us and says, "Hey, my doorknob fell off." We can't charge the owner another $50 for you to go out and do the doorknob again. So now the owner gets charged two times. That's just not right. And also, you're professionals, you're skilled. You should be able to put the doorknob on in the first place. So our stance there is if you mess up a job, you need to go back out and fix it and make it right on your own time. All right. Now, again, we're going to be fair about this. We're not going to be unreasonable. We get that sometimes you go out and you see a leak and you think it's the bathtub's leaking, so you fix the leak in the bathtub, you caulk around the bathtub. 2 days later, the leak's back again. And then we have to go back out and say, okay, maybe it wasn't coming in around the surround, and maybe it was actually the drain is leaking. That's not at all what we're talking about. We get that sometimes there's misdiagnosis. That's not it. We're just talking about when someone is neglectful or does something 100% wrong, and we have to go fix it. All right. Sorry to I know these aren't probably makes me look like a jerk here, but I think this is just good practices, good business practices is how most companies operate, and I want to make sure that we're operating to the business standards and also just being fair about everything that we're doing. All right. Uh, I guess that's it. Everyone have a good weekend, and I'll probably talk to some of you on Monday. All right. See ya. Bye.